Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. With you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Different live picks for today's card. And today we'll have picks for you from the NBA playoffs. 2 games on the schedule. Major League Baseball with a 16-game schedule with a makeup here in Cardinals Mets. Also NHL. And at the end of the show, we'll have our Parlay Peripheral segment where our captains can give out a parlay. They can give out a team player prop, game of the future, or they can just play straight and leave it up to them. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You want to be notified when we give out live free picks. And, of course, all that great content we have at Tony'sPicks.com as well. And give us that thumbs up right away, if you would. Help us build the audience. Greatly appreciate that, whether you watch us live or you watch on replay. That would great. We greatly appreciate it. All right. We're going to meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Let's hail to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, losing game. My first one in a little bit. Went 1-3. Hit with the Dallas Stars. They came roaring back. Colorado got up to a nice 2-0 lead, and they just collapsed late in that third. I thought it was over 2-0, but Dallas came roaring back and got themselves a nice 4-2 win in that one. Continue the NHL streak. Hey, we hit the Kentucky Derby with Sovereign. It was close to getting a try there. The third horse was fourth. I didn't have the 20 horse that popped in for third. Didn't have that horse. He must say he was a good mudder in that one, because it was definitely a mucky Kentucky Derby for sure. Mud flying everywhere, but you kind of get that when you get 20 horses in a race. It gets a little hectic and crazy, but hey, congratulations to Sovereignty. Let's see if we can win the Triple Crown.
Absolutely. Let's see how it rolls out to the next leg here in a couple of weeks. So, Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. I didn't really have the day I wanted yesterday. It's kind of on the opposite side of a few things. Definitely that athletics game. My guy Mason Miller had a very rough ninth inning and got rocked for grand slam there. But so we lost that one with the athletics. But yeah, so coming off of that. But I don't know, good card today. Like what we got, and ready to get to it.
Absolutely. It's El Ninos. What's going on?
I'm pretty good. I was actually at the horse track here down the street. It's pretty wild there too. Someone said wild and hectic, I think, or whatever. It was wild and hectic at the poker room too. But it was fun. Got to see some horses race live, and obviously afterwards everyone was sticking around to bet the Derby. Yeah, actually rolling pretty good on the premium side finally after a bit of a cold stretch, and trying to keep that rolling as well.
Yeah, the Tempe Downs. That's a long shot track in the winter. That's where all the horses from north send their horses out there, and you get a lot of good long shots that time of year. So that Tempe Downs is a track to check out during the winter meet, because it's a real tricky race with all the shippers coming in from the north and the Midwest. All right, let's get going here. NBA action. Here we had 2 games. We got the times right now: 6 Eastern and 8:30 Eastern. So, game 1, Pacers and Cavs. We see the Cavs open 7.5, now up to 8, total 229.5. Game 7 of the Warriors and Rockets. This one here going to a final game. Here we got the Rockets 2.5. The total coming here at 205.5. Rockets open 2.5, was bet to 3, and it's come down to 2.5. So that's kind of sitting at the opening number now. We got to start with Rod.
Yeah, look at these the Warriors and the Rockets. We've seen an uptick in offense, so I'm gonna take the over here in the first half. You look at the Warriors squad. Hey, 2-0 on the road. The over in that first half, and just a spot. I think we see plenty of points when the total's between 200 and 209.5. As I say, the Warriors 2-0. The Rockets 6-2 to that over off of a road win in that first half. And then 16-9 to the over in the first half are the Rockets versus good 3-point shooting teams. So I think offense is kick off right from the start of this game. Kept off no slow start here in this one. And just get right to it. As we've seen the uptick of offense in this series as the games have continued on. Game 5 got over. Game 6 went over. I think we get another high scoring matchup here. Kind of like what we've seen in yesterday's Game 7. Maybe it won't be so lopsided. Maybe it'll be a little more competitive than what we've seen in yesterday's Game 7. Hopefully, we got a good game and not a no-doubter before we even did halftime. That was pretty ugly yesterday. I can say Game 7, it wasn't. It was no doubter. It was like, ooh, I think I turned it off. it wasn't that good.
For
So
those, Clippers and Warriors have one thing coming. They're old. We'll see if the old team can win a game 7. We'll see how that rolls tomorrow. Let's say hello to Chris. Hello to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take did the video on the Pacers-Cavs game. You guys can check that out for a deeper dive. But I'm going to take over. We know what these guys are capable of doing, pushing the pace and scoring. Two top offenses here in the NBA. So we're going to take over the 229.5 and go the same way with the Warriors and Rockets. I mean, they were giving us low totals to begin with, and we've been going over that in the last couple ones here. So I think 205.5 is just way too low. I think we definitely see a lot of back and forth, probably potentially close game here between these two, with the Warriors and Rockets way closer than that Clippers Nuggets game. I mean, I didn't watch that at all. I don't think it matters in that one. I think they got to face OKC now. So anyway, Warriors Rockets, we're going to take that one over.
We're total there with Chris on over to El Nino's.
I'm gonna look at the Cavs here, but look at them early. You know me, I don't really like laying more than 2 possessions too often. But also with that Garland injury, gotta keep an eye on that too. I think if you want to lay that number, but I like them to cover the 2.5 in the first quarter. That's probably my favorite play right here in the NBA.
Yeah, from El Nino's to tell you here. Let's just go over the injury report to Indiana. Cleveland. Garland still dealing with that toe, but it's questionable there for Garland. Warriors clean. Landale Tate out for Houston. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I would lean Cleveland. That was just a dominating performance that we saw in that first round against Miami. Plus 33.5 net rating in that series. That's amazing in a playoff series. Wow. I would lean there Cleveland. I would look also Houston in this spot. You know, we know Houston is dominating the glass, at least the offensive glass, right? Because we're seeing that. And the Warriors in this series shooting just over 42%, 34% from 3. When you're shooting that poorly and you're getting crushed on the glass, it's Cancun time for Golden State. I just can't. I mean, they're not shooting that ball well, and that's what you have to do against the if you're shooting down and you're shooting like this, and you're facing a team that's crushing you on the glass. I just don't see it. The Rockets are making 38% of the 3-point shots as well in this series. Again, their size advantage, yeah, they have it. It's just like in the Lakers series. If you have the size disadvantage, you have to make your open shots. You know, that's really what it comes down to. You're not making your shots. And also, too, what is the Warriors other than Green, other than Draymond Green and Curry? What have the other guys done in their career? Not a whole. I mean, you can get to Butler, right? The supporting cast isn't that much. That's not a whole lot of support behind that cast. That's what I looked at Game 6 and I said, okay, who's going to step up other than the big three? Because we saw that in the Minnesota series, right? DiVincenzo, we saw Naz Reid. Who are guys of that quality on the Warriors? Nobody. Kuminga's in the doghouse, you know. So you know, that's how I see it. You know, this is not the same Warriors of years ago. You don't have the supporting cast, and
I'm not even that big of a Draymond Green fan. Sorry, no offense. I mean, just as you mentioned, undersized, and when they're playing that 5-out offense, he's not the best stretch 5 in the league either. So I don't know, man.
I think the Rockets got that two. They got the two bigs going. They've got Adams and they've got Sengun up there, and you're having to compete with both of those. And I think that's what comes into there. And Draymond's just, I don't know. He's got something out for Jalen Green. But I mean, you don't want Jalen Green to get hot and start going from 3. You know, so I think it's just like you said earlier, old. I mean, it's just age. You know, and so that could play a part in this as well. I think Houston's a way younger team, and Draymond just needs to go.
Yeah, and that coach does a great job. He was mentored by Pop. You know, we had a nice little speech there about Pop the other day. So they're from the Rockets. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Samora Show. We'll turn our attention to baseball. We do have a doubleheader today because we have to make up the Cardinals and Mets rain out from yesterday here. So we'll get underway here with the baseball. We'll do it. The first one we'll do in 6. Tidwell and Fetty will go in Game 1, so still the first timer there for the Mets. So let's get to it here. Mets and Cardinals will cover Game 1 and Game 2, and that one looks like a Mets favorite on the road in Game 1, $1.19. The total coming here at 8.5, and in Game 2, the Mets are $1.40, total 7.5. Padres and Pirates again here. We've got the Pirates $1.07, total 8.5. I do believe that first timer is still pegged in here. Yeah, Stephen Kolek was switched from, I think we had Nola yesterday, but Kolek, a first timer, will get the start here for San Diego in that one. That's another pitching change. Rays and Yankees. The Yankees are $1.72, total of 9. Royals and Orioles. Orioles $1.30, total of 9. And we close this block off with Twins and Red Sox here. We got the Red Sox $1.95, total 175 there. And I just want to do a quick search to see if we have any pitching changes here in this block. I don't see any. So let's go and get started with Rod.
Yeah, the only one I really like at this spot is you got Fade Paddock. The team's been awful when he's been on the mound. He hasn't looked good either. So give me Crochet on the other side for Boston. I know it's a -200, so I'll have to take the run line there in that one. I think Boston thoroughly beats up on Minnesota. I'm going to take him in the first 5 as well. Take Boston first 5. Take a full game. I think it's complete dominance. And then look at the Yankees. Hey, they had the nice lead going yesterday, and then Tampa Bay bats got a little hot, and they got to the 3-2 lead and held on for the 3-2 lead. This Yankee squad, usually, though, they're one of those bounce-back teams. Hey, after a loss, they're solid at bouncing back. Dash Bradley definitely not having his career year and out here on the road. No. I just don't trust the Tampa Bay offense as well. Give me the Yankees. Take the Yankees on the run line. I think they beat up on Tampa Bay today. Bounce back spot for New York in that one.
There from Ron. We move on over to Chris.
Look at this first game between the Mets and St. Louis there. I think even if it's a first-timer there for the Mets bullpen's doing really well. They've got a really good ERA and everything. So I would take the Mets in the first one there. The other one I'm looking at here, we're going to go Baltimore on that. They're hitting right-handed pitchers pretty well there. I know Gibson got rocked last time. That was against, I think, the Yankees. Yeah, they was just a home run fest in the first inning. But I think now I'd just fade Lorenzen and take Baltimore there. And yeah, I agree with Boston. We got to fade Paddock, and we got to take Boston on a run line. And that one, not much on backing Crochet, but I'll back him in this one.
Yeah, from Chris on around Nino's.
Yeah, I kind of like the over in the Yankees-Rays game. I think both offenses can get going here. And I kind of leaned actually to the Rays plus the half run in the first 5, but I like the over a lot better. Just think Bradley, as Rod was saying, not having his best year, but I still think he's the better of the 2 starters. So slightly into the Rays again, first 5 with a half run. And then... yeah, I'd be Red Sox -1 for me, but that's pretty juicy. So I haven't really played it yet, but that's really the only look for me there. And that's again over in the Yankees-Rays game, probably my favorite look early here.
There we go from Al Nino's. Tell you here what I think about these games here. I do agree here with the pick here you guys we have here in this first one here. Let me pull this up here real quick. Yeah, with the Red Sox run line, I agree with that. Minnesota has not been a very good road team this year. Boston has been hitting the ball pretty well over the past 7-2-90 with the bullpen also performing well. Looking at the Twins bullpen over that period of 7 games, ERA 4.5. They are 111 to the run line against AL teams that average 4.9 runs per game or greater. I had to look it up. Is Boston averaging 5 runs a game? They are. They're averaging 5.05 runs a game. So this is a pretty good offense here, and this is a situation where the Twins had struggles here against a good offensive run-producing teams here. So I'll look at Boston there on the run line. I'm coming back with the Padres. I know this rookie here, but still, I just don't even. There's some pretty good hitters in the PCL, and maybe some of these Pirates belong in the PCL. So I would look here at again. You're looking at a horrible bullpen with the Pirates. You're looking at a horrible hitting lineup. This Padres team, since Arraez has come back now, 4-0 now, right? Since the return of Arraez to that lineup. So we said it's a different team with Arraez in there, and if I was playing him every game since Arraez came back, and I'm not going to stop, especially when you're going to give me a coin flip here against the toothless Pirates. Padres now 8-0 against an NL team with an on-base percentage of 315 or lower, returning 8.1 units, and that's because against teams that can't hit, when you have the top bullpen in baseball, you can win games 2-1, 3-2, 1-0. We saw that with the Giants back in the Mad Bum days, and the other guy Lincecum back in they were winning those 2-1, 1-0. You have everything going for you, So I'll go with Padres in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Simona Show as we continue here with Major League Baseball. Next game here on these blocks will be Guardians and Blue Jays. We got this one here. Blue Jays $1.08, total of 8. Athletics and Marlins. Athletics $1.20, total 8.5. D-backs and Phillies. Phillies $1.25, total of 9. Cubs and Brewers. The Cubs $1.10, total 7.5. And we close the block. Astros and White Sox here. We got the Astros $1.86, total 8.5. And I just want to see to make sure there's been no other changes in this start. Also, Ranger Suarez will make his debut, which we knew yesterday, but he'll make his debut for the Phillies today. That was some of the news. Also, Lance McCullers Jr. is after 2 years out, starts today for Houston. So that's something interesting to see there. So interesting pitching change. Actually, interesting situation today in baseball with some first timers today. A lot of them here, and one coming back here for Houston and Philly. Over to Rod.
Yeah, hey, look at both those Suarez and McCullers Jr. Give me the over Arizona and Philadelphia. I think we see plenty of runs on that one with Suarez on the mound and Rodriguez on the other side for Arizona. I think we get over that 9. And then give me the White Sox there. Lance McCullers Jr. is his first start. He's a -200 guy. We haven't seen him pitch in, as Tony alluded to, a couple of years. When he was pitching, he would have been a -200 guy. But 2 years removed. Let's see how you do first before you start tagging on a -200. I'll take the White Sox, who are playing not a bad ball right now. They're scoring some offense, getting some runs, and winning some games. So give me the White Sox there at the nice plus price. And then the Brewers, the Brew Crew as a dog? Nah, they've lost 6 straight as a dog. Give me the Cubs and Imanaga in that one out on the road. Playing good ball. They can smash at any moment and bust games open with that offense. So I got to go with the Cubs there at the coin flip price.
All right, with Rod, on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at Cleveland-Toronto, I'm going to take Toronto in that one, just on that. Yeah, I agree with Chicago. I'd take Imanaga all day over Peralta there. I don't like Milwaukee at all in this. I mean, it's hard to get in front of the Cubs, especially away. They're 12-6 in away games, and like you said, they can definitely open it up on Peralta if they want to. So yeah, take the Cubs in that one. I'm going to lean. I know it's Ranger Suarez's first kind of game back, but man, I'm going to take the Phillies there. Take over 2. I think we see some runs. Excuse me. So you got to take Philly there. Probably take them. You can take them on the money line. It's not bad. I think it's at 125 right now. In that one, and then looking at the Athletics, Miami. Excuse me. Probably with JP Sears on there, I'd take the under in that one. I think he can, or at least under in the first 5. I think he can keep a little bit better control than what we saw yesterday. So take under Athletics Miami.
Yeah, there we go here from Chris on over to Al Nino's.
Yeah, I like the Athletics in that one with Sears over Cabrera. I just think it's a great pitching advantage for them. Also, like what I've seen better at their offense throughout this season. I kind of like the Phillies as well. A game that should go over, as Rod was saying. I like the over in that one too. And I like the Cubs with Imanaga. I think they're just a better team, getting a great price on the road here. Yeah, those are my 3 picks for that slot.
There you go from Al Nino's here. Tell you here what I like about these games. Yeah, I do agree. I like Philadelphia here with Suarez. He's been sharp in his rehab. He threw 78 pitches last time out, so he may not be limited in this game. Some pitchers, some teams, they make sure, they need a few pitches or they're on a pitch count. Well, if you need a pitch count, then you stay in the minors. You're gonna come in here. You're not gonna tax our bullpen. When you're ready to go 80 plus, then we're gonna put you in there. So that's what they're doing here. I like that. Here, Philadelphia, a good home team with 12-4 at home, facing a team with a 255 batting average or lower, returning 7 units. So if, Arizona does not hit very well on the road, and this Philly team can smash at home. And the Diamondbacks bullpen is not performing well. So I'll look at Philly in that spot. Agree with Imanaga here. Cubs against these bad bullpens, 3-0 on the 4-0 on the road now with these bad bullpens, ERA of 4.2 or higher. So give me Imanaga in this one. The Cubs bullpen has shown improvement. They've been smashing the baseball on the road here. I'll look at them in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Next game's up here. Mariners, Rangers. The Rangers $1.71, total 8.5. Rockies and Giants here. We got the Giants 340, total 7.5. Tigers, Angels. Tigers down to $1.57, total 9. Nationals and Reds here. We've got the Reds $9, total 8.5. Your Sunday night game tonight. Dodgers and Braves. We got the Dodgers $3.35, total 9. We'll go to Rod. Rod, let's know what you like here and tell us what you got for sale. I know you got it right.
For me here in these ones today, you know what? I'm going to go with your buddy and the Angels and Coconuts going there for the Angels. Hey, he's not horrible. He's definitely a serviceable pitcher. I've seen some a lot horrible guys. He had that one start where he gave up 6. Other than that, he hasn't given up more than 3 runs in those starts. So good to go 5-6 innings usually. And hey, last time out against Detroit, hey, he looked real good and mowed down the Tigers in that one. We know the Tigers on the road, 8-10 on the road. They had a nice little run to start this series. But, hey, the Angels got the win last night. I think they got a good shot to get the win again with Coconuts on the mound. He actually pitches well. Olsen, man, he can get himself in trouble with the walks and can definitely give up some hits. So, value there on taking the Angels there in that one. And then where's the other one I'm looking at? If you look at the late night game, I'm going to take the over 9. May and Elder on the mound with the Dodgers and Braves. It's just one of those Sunday night games that we'll see plenty of offense rolling there in that one. Give us the over 9 with those 2 starters going there in that one. May he'll go 4 innings, 5 innings, but he can give up a couple. Elder, well, we know what he can do. He can get rocked early and often in that one. So. Both teams, the Dodgers 8-2 of the over. Just keep riding those overs. They just keep to get there, even if they give up the runs late to get us there. Either way, we're getting over the total there. And for me, over to Tony's picks today. Hey, it's the usual suspects. I got my best bet in the NHL. We hit it yesterday. We're on a nice 12-1 run with that NHL play. So definitely jump aboard it. I dropped my MLB play. So bounce back for it. Still on a nice little run in the MLB. And then I dropped my NBA play. But looking for a bounce back on it. Those are all available singly, or you can grab it in that 5-pack today because I threw a couple bonus plays in there as well for you. Got the Super Sunday 5-pack, which include the MLB play of the day, the NHL one-timer, and my titanium total in there from the NBA as well. So definitely bounce back day after the losing day those happened. But let's bounce back today on the Sunday to end the weekend strong. So jump aboard over at Tony'sPicks.com. And hey, don't forget, 2-for-1 cap promotional. Can't go wrong with that. And use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over at Tony's Picks. Let's make it a big winning Sunday.
Winning Sunday. See green across the board with Rod. He's been on a tear here, guys. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Promo code Tony T checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchased is credit back to your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. Or you can choose to buy the long-term passes. There's even greater savings when you do that. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Is an absolute terror, as you can see, for the year as well. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue the great success. We'll catch up with you later.
You as well. Have a good one, everybody. Crush it this Sunday. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow, Monday morning, 9:30 Eastern. See you guys then.
See you then. Rod here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's continue on here with the show. Okay, we the closing out baseball. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to look at this Seattle, Texas. I'm going to go under that one. I mean, we just know what Texas does. DeGrom's on the mound, and we know what Texas does at home. They're 16-3 to the under on that one. And then trying to find an angle in that Colorado-San Francisco one. I think we're at, 380 for a money line for San Fran and 166 for a run line. I think the better play there is the under. I don't think we get over that 7.5 there. If you want to lay a run line, I'd have to lay it extended. I mean, we know the Rockies are 2-16 or something right now. But I think the better play there is the under. I did the video on Detroit and the Angels. You can get the deeper dive over there. But short of that is take Detroit on the run line. I like Reese Olson way better than Jack. So yeah, I struggled in that video to try to say his name. That was a couple of takes there. That's a rough name, but yeah, take that. And then I hate to go against my Braves, but I mean we've really lost this series to the Dodgers here. So I think we have to fade Bryce Elder and take the Dodgers on the run line.
There we go from Chris. Yeah, someone has mentioned about the weather. That way, the good point. We should look at some of these weather situations. We did have one yesterday that rained out. We have had weather all week. Some of these games they played through it. KC, Baltimore, 36% chance of rain. There we got the Boston game, 28% chance of rain. 40% chance of rain there. Pittsburgh, San Diego, New York as well, about a 40% chance of rain. So lots of rain on the East Coast. Philly, 88% chance of rain. That might be the one to keep an eye on. Wind blowing out in that game. and Washington, Cincinnati, about a 70% chance of rain. So lots of possible delays, and we'll see if they play through them. We got the games in this week because there was a lot of rain this week in baseball, and they got them in.
Yeah, I think we've cleared up for Atlanta too. I know that game didn't start till late and it ended about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But being close to Atlanta, it looks like we're clear today. I know we're clear here, and from the weather report I can see from Truist Park, looks like the wind's blowing out too. So something to take into consideration to that Braves Dodgers game is the wind's blowing out towards center field, and it should be clear today. So.
All right, of course, our man Victor Rojas. Thanks for that. He used to announce for the Angels, Victor Rojas. Then he worked at MLB. I don't know where he is now. He was a good announcer with the Angels. I don't know what happened to him, but anyway, let's continue. I think he wanted to retire. All right, let's continue here. Move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, a lot of actually that's one of the things that kind of worries me a little bit about some of these overs today is the weather. There's some nasty rain in that Yankees game supposedly, and in that Phillies game as well. But other than that, I'm still on the over. Yeah, that being clear in Atlanta could make it a good case for the over in this one with Elder getting the start. May hasn't been exactly perfect. Obviously think he's the better starter here, but I think the Braves can get enough offense done to get the over. And I'll take a shot with the Mets in game 2 of that doubleheader.
All right, there you go from Al Nino. Let's tell you what here I think about these games here. I'm going to look at the let's see, we got Mariners. Yeah, I'm going to get that big plus money with Logan Evans here. I know it's a debut guy, but I have no faith in this Texas pitting. It's just not been a really good team. Another young pitcher on the mound here for Seattle. Remember, Seattle's dealing with injuries in their starting rotation, so you're going to start seeing guys like Evans in the lineup. And you know what? To their credit, they're winning games. I was worried about this team. We look at the injury list here, and you see that George Kirby and Logan and Kirby has been out. Gilbert's out on the injured list for 15 days, but they're getting through. They're getting through. Logan Evans in against DeGrom. DeGrom's advanced numbers are a little troubling here to back at this big price. That's why I would go against them in this one here. So we're looking here at the home runs, 1.36 home runs for 5 innings, a FIP approaching 4. Seattle has been hitting the ball, 337 their past 5 games. They've hit well on the road this season, displaying home run power. No power for this Rangers team at home. And against the division, the bullpen for Seattle has performed really well. Mariners 13-3, now 14-3 against an AL team with an on-base percentage of 330 or lower this season. That's 11-unit return, so that's a lot of help from the bullpen holding leads. So I'll look here at Seattle in that spot, and look under in the Giants and the Rockies game. We know the Rockies can't hit on the road. Rockies bullpen, though, has performed well. So I'll look at the under in that one. Logan Webb at home, you know what he does at home. He's just solid in that home spot. I don't see a lot of runs scored in this game. And yeah, I'm gonna lay. I was scared to take the run line yesterday with Detroit State off, but I'm gonna come back with them off a loss. Give me the run line with this Detroit team. This Coca now, I do not like this man. You strike out 13%. He can't strike anybody out. That was an issue with last year. Single-digit strikeout rate last year. And now you're striking out 13%. No, thank you. Against this, he's given up 1.67 home runs per 9 innings. So we know what that means. The Tigers can hit. They're going to blast this guy. If you play home run props, this is the one to look at here. Coconoas can't strike out anybody, and the Tigers are going to make contact on him. And we know what the Tigers do against bad teams. This year, they're now 8-2 to the run line against bad teams with a 380 to 460 win percentage, returning 7 units. I continue to take that. I'm going to take Detroit, that run line again. In that one, and I'll look in that. Now it's a weird start time for that, and maybe it was weather related, but weird start time for that Washington Cincinnati game. Bad weather there, give me under. Bad weather, give me under there. I just want to make sure the pitching didn't change. Yeah, Gore and Martinez going head to head. I like Gore a lot. His whip is very low. Martinez their whip's okay here, but the situation here is Washington just can't hit. The Reds hitting just 222 at home, but their bullpen's been sharp here against right now. So as a dog, the Nationals 8-4 on the road as a dog. So I'll look at Washington and Cincinnati under in that game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we get ready here to switch on over to hockey. I'll need us to do the heavy lifting here. One game here. It's another game 7. It's 7 Eastern time. TBS has Blues at the Jets. Home. Will the home team do it again? The Jets here laying $1.52, total of 5.
Yeah, it's definitely been heavy on the home teams this series. And big question mark here for the Jets. Mark Scheifele, who missed the last game, is questionable for this one. And I think that's where the pick lands for me. I mean, if he plays, obviously we're going to be laying a little bit more juice, but I'd really like the Jets -1 to get the job done at home. If he's out of this lineup, I'm going to take a shot with the Blues. Obviously, we'll probably lose a little bit of this value that we got on them right now, but I'd rather just know he's not on the ice and get a little less plus money. And hey, we'd still be getting plus money, so still good play for me. And at that point, I would take the Blues if Scheifele's out.
There we go with Nino. So we got to the hockey segment. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a team player prop, game of the future, or just play it straight. We'll leave it up to the cappers. We start with Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple here. We'll do the Cavs and the Pacers over. We'll take the Detroit Tigers run line, and we'll also go Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers under. And then for your home run prop today, I'm going to go to this Giants game. I think everybody likes to hit Germain Marquez here, and we know that the Giants are going to get to him. So take Wilmer Flores here. He's at +800 for a home run. He's already got one. That's another one good to look at for RBIs and home runs tonight is this Giants game, as well as that Tigers game, like Tony alluded to. But for the home run prop, Wilmer Flores +800.
There we go with Chris on over now. Nino's.
I'll go Cavs first quarter. Take Red Sox -1 and the Cubs.
From El Nino, say what I think here. Yeah, what I like here, the ones I like here, I like the Padres with the Mariners and the under in Nationals and Reds. All right, we got you through our product profile segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Heading to a big Sunday of action with the big slate from Major League Baseball, NBA up there with 2 games, single on the ice. We'll see what Chris has got going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris has put together an impressive NBA year over the past 7. Chris, what you got for sale?
I got you guys a 3-pack in baseball today. Best bet 2 premiums. Also have you a best bet in tonight's NBA playoff. There, Game 7. Go pick that up. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm super excited about that one tonight. But yeah, hop also the long term. You get 7 days. We got a lot of action this week. We've still got tons of playoffs with the NBA. Lots of games this week with baseball. So hop on something long term, 3 or 7 day. Either way, I do have that MLB season pass. That'll get you every pick I put in for the baseball season. Begin on opening day. It's going to run you all the way to the World Series, October, November, depending on how long that goes. For one price there. And then 2-for-1 capper. 2 people put money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So hop on that. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing great. And then don't forget to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. It's going to save you that 15%.
There we go. Get on board. Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. All records are documented. If you go over to our handicapper page, you can verify all the plays here. So get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. A lot of action here with the multi-packs and more. Remember, the multi-packs are profit guarantee. And the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 15% off. And you can scroll down and look at Chris's long-term passes, even the Bookie Buster MLB season pass up there. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, we'll take a look and see what Al Ninos has got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. Al Ninos, sharp here in NBA.
Yeah, I got my best bet in the NBA up for that $19 special there. And I know it sounded like that question mark was huge in the NHL game, but I still have my best bet in the NHL up right now. It's not the side, spoiler alert. But yeah, and then we'll have 1 to 4 MLB games. Not sure, but definitely one I love the most will be up there individually, and then I could have a 3-pack as well. So look out for that, and always 2-for-1 capper pass is always your best way to go, and you make sure you get the steam plays that way as well.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Get on board with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. You see the results from El Ninos documented, NBA up on the board. With his 1-day pass, long-term passes. Now, all of our members' plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our cappers can handicap throughout the day and night. Looking for winners for our long-term subscribers, because any play entered between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time is flagged as late steam, and those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Late steam feature I don't see anywhere on any other site, but only at Tony'sPicks.com where you get the late steam plays, part of your long-term subscription package. So get on board with El Ninos over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. Today I have a play up there here for Major League Baseball here. Best bet as well as a 3-pack with 2 baseball and 1 here from the NBA. One of the top unit producers in baseball over at Tony's Picks documented. So get on board with me over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, guys, we're with you here every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications so you're notified right when we're on the air so you guys get the live picks. And if you happen to ever miss a show, we'll just head on right over to our YouTube channel. And there you'll find our live tab. Hit the live tab. You can watch the replay of our shows, the morning shows. And you can also watch the happy hour. That's Monday through Friday with Rod hosting at 5 Eastern time. Monday through Friday, you'll see Ron, see Ramon on the show. Also, many of our cappers in the morning will pop in from time to time in that happy hour, so make sure you tune it in. We also have a members feature on Tony's Picks at YouTube. If you want to become a member and support us, hit the join tab. You get early access to my videos when you join the members tab. If you just want to support us, just like $5 a month. If you want to appreciate our content, and just hit that members tab, because we're going to use that money for our live odds page for you guys. I got Sharp Books live odds from Pinnacle, Bet Chris, Circa, and more that we'll have featured on our site as we're putting it together for you guys. And also hit the video tab. A lot of more content there on demand. El Nino's always looking for those dogs. Chris looking for some home run props and more on the site, NBA and Major League Baseball as well. Roz got you covered in the NHL Deeper Dives. All right, Kevin Thomas in with some more content for you, NBA. Of course, I got a lot of on-demand content here, NBA, as well as the Major League Baseball, NBA. Of course, my derby pick didn't come home. Just Tadek didn't go. I went for a long shot. I went for the money there. But Sovereignty got it in. Congrats to Rod for that one. For this one, I think Big Al also had that one too because he texted me. He texted me the other day when I asked him on the air, "What was your cut?" Well, I didn't say. Then he texted me the winner there, so I got you covered on that one. All right, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, Chris, you got great content up there on the Tony's Picks YouTube today.
Yeah, I've got you guys NBA video there for the Cavs Pacers, and then I got you guys the Tigers and Angels one to look out for, and then I got you 3 home run props. I always try to find you guys the best value that I can on those, and just try to find not do the same ones all the time. Of course, the likely suspects always come up to the top of the list there, Judge, Ohtani, but I try to find you some home runs, get you guys some good plus money in that one. Remember, as I always say, don't parlay them, do them straight. It's just a way better to do it than just in case one or two of them has a bad day. So yeah, we'll keep putting that out. More NBA content coming with the playoffs here, and just the daily baseball videos for you guys every day.
Very good. From Chris, and of course, you're always looking for those dogs.
Yeah, I've been mixing in some props in there too lately, trying to give some plus money to the people, and not as big plus money as the home run props you get from Chris, but they should come through a little at a higher clip. And so mixed it up a little bit today. I got one pick in the NBA, and then I got a couple of props in the MLB. If you want to go check that out.
Yeah, so check out Agnès there on YouTube video. I just want to give a shout out to our man who runs the chat, Ron Hahn. Ron Hahn runs the chat. It's part of our team here at Tony'sPicks.com. This is his 3 for you today. I agree with the Tigers and money line there. They're all run lines here: Dodgers, Astros, and Tigers. So that's our man Ron Hahn running our live chat. You can find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com as well as part of our team here at Tony's Picks. All right, guys. Again, we're with you here Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications. Anyone have anything to say in closing before we go?
Make it a winning day, guys.
Let's make it a winning day, guys. Goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back here tomorrow on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.